Hello, beautiful people. How are you? Jambo, this Haseni Bonju, guys. Before it's born, so I said before the sun goes down, but there's no sun. Okay, before it gets dark. Before it gets dark, I said, you know what, Leah, you're going to do this video today. 2022, this is my first video. I'm back again. For those who are new here, welcome to my channel. In my channel, I motivate and I inspire, not because I've made it, but because I know you there, me here, we are going to make it to the other side where there is so much liberty, freedom, and happiness. And for those who are coming back again, I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for always being there for me. Imagine you guys, thank you so much. You know why? Imagine if I uploaded a video and nobody watched. Normally when I see 5 people have viewed and then 10, I say, okay, I'll be back tomorrow. And then I find 100 people. I'm usually screaming. You can hear me from up to my kids. Hey, yeah, we got 50 views. I'm always really happy. And it's because of you guys. Thank you so much, even for sharing my video. Thank you for your DMs. I see them, guys. I acknowledge whatever you write me. Thank you, because that's what keeps me going. That's what motivates me. Guys, this being my first video, 2022, it's going to be hot. Or maybe not. Me, I call it hot. I need to be a bit hot. Guys, let me first put my top in order. I think something is not so good. And I say I do fashion. Fashion has to sit right. If you say you do fashion, you have to do it well. I'm not a perfectionista, but I'm a fashionista. Guys, I'm sorry. Let's keep it low. So, guys, I'm back again, 2022. There is something that I want to speak about because I've got this question from so many people, you know. When somebody asks me if I was born here, I think they are kidding me. You know why? Have you ever heard me speak German? That accent, I actually like it. I love the accent of my German in my German, because that shows I came in, and I'm still coming in. But somehow I chose to find happiness in everything that I do, guys, not because I've made it. You know, there are people who see somebody driving that big car and they say, she's rich, Hakuna richness. Richness is inside, If you're not happy inside, no matter what you have, no matter what job you do, no matter what house you live in, you are doomed to nothing. Guys, I'm telling you, And the thing I'm going to be speaking about today is about finding happiness in whatever you do. And if you can make it to be the alpha of it all. Hey, am I loud? You know, I ran away. My husband is having home office today. And downstairs was like, I don't know, I was like, my son is doing his homework on the other side. My husband is on the other side. And I thought, you know what, if I look at both of them, I might not do this video. And I really want to do it today. I really want to do it. And that's the reason why I'm going to hold on. If you hear somebody coming, don't worry. I'm going to do it. I wanted to say trust them, guys. Forgive me for 2022. My speed is a bit up, but I want to keep the pace right. Guys, let me tell you. There is one thing that I came to decide one day. It's not something that I've done forever. Guys, I was a very unhappy person in Germany. You know why? I used to walk out in the summertime and I used to think, hey, everybody's just so happy. And I'm so sad. I couldn't go swimming. I used to count myself to be so fat. Of course, I'm still I'm losing some weight, because I want to be nominated for the best 3 categories. I want to be nominated for the best fashionista, the best caterer, and the best entrepreneur in Germany. We are so many, but I'm in the battlefield. Let's see who wins. I love when we are competing. I love competition, but of course, healthy competition. Not this thing of I have, so you have to have. No, but let's get into the field. And that's the reason I have to shed some kilos. I think like 8 to 10 kilos. That's not about it. But then I used to think people are out swimming, you know, they're exposed with their bikinis, Me, myself, I couldn't even start. If I would sit with them, I would first wear a biker. I'm a big short, I love that's my summer wear to go swimming. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding. I'm telling you. And then there are years where I used to think it's either people are out swimming, they're out cycling. I couldn't cycle then. Okay, but I would say that's been a while, I think after 2 years being in Germany, I had to learn how to cycle, which really helped me because I had a cleaning job. And for me to get there easily, Astrid, if you're watching this video, you know that I got my first bike in a second-hand market for 5 euros. 5 euros, 5, And I had to do this for me to be able to get to her place. Astrid, thank you, to clean. So I had to learn how to cycle. But I remember I used to look at people, they're either out cycling with families, they're either they're swimming. And then in the wintertime, everything was so gray, you know. And I never used to find the right attire. I used to freeze like crazy. I never knew that I used to wear the wrong things. I used to have these days I say there is no tough weather. It's the way you dress. Actually, you can find me in the wintertime dressed so like, not summer, but not so heavy like I used to them days, and still used to be very uncomfortable. And there is one thing I came to realize. It all had nothing to do with the weather. Not the summer people are cycling and maybe I couldn't then, or people are swimming. Swimming too, I learned here. Actually, I learned how to cycle, how to swim. Driving I did in Kenya, but when I came here, I think I would have hit everybody if I was given a car. So I had to do it again. And I think I learned the major things here in Germany. And I thank God that I did them, yeah, because they helped me a lot. And I realized it had nothing to do with the fact that I couldn't maybe wear that bikini, that I couldn't swim. It was all in me. The unhappiness was in me. Because there came a time then I could drive, I could swim, I could cycle, I had a good job, I could speak even the language, but I still had moments where I used to sit and still feel like there is something missing, and I couldn't really tell what it was, and it was not even money, because I had enough money for myself and even to help my family back in Kenya. If you're from my family watching, you know Leah, Western Union, the days now, while remit squeeze, it's been moving. Cindy, maybe in the corona time it wasn't so much, but it's still been on, So, not that I never had enough. Actually, God blessed me to have for myself and even to be able to help other people. And I asked myself at one time, what is this thing that is missing that makes me so unhappy? How can I be in the first world, and yet I'm living worse than people in the third world? Because when I went holidays Kenya, people are happening. Na si eti wakwata na pesa mob. Some even don't have. They just, tunakutana leo pale. Unapata amejipanga, she's already there and she has no money. Ama he's there and he has no money. You know why? Because he knows good friends are coming and he's going to be boosted. He knows he's going to get a drink and even to eat nyama choma. Even when I'm in Kenya, sometimes my brother tells his friends that we are going to be in a certain place. I see like 3 of them, and when it comes to paying, they start looking at us. Kwanza me, all of them somehow look to what's Leah up to. But it's okay. That's how we live, and it's actually very beautiful. I love it because that's the power of sharing. And here in Germany, you can have all that money and have nobody to share with apart from your family, like here, your kids and whoever you have over here. And thank God if you have family back in Kenya who needs your support and you're able to help them. Don't complain. Thank God that you're able to support them, because imagine if you couldn't and none could help the other, how bad would it be? And I came to realize it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with having a good job. It had something to do with me, my inner me. Guys, I had so many friends, and at the same time, I was a very lonely person. And it came a time, I think it's like 6 years, I can count down the line. 4 of them were there, but for Corona is like 2 years now. We've had the pandemic like 2 years. I would say 4 years along the line. 4 or 5 years. I changed completely. I went through a transformation. Guys, and I'm telling you, it was a very, very, very hard transformation, because I came to realize at one particular time, that time that I felt sad, that I never had anything inside, I realized I had been robbed. I had nothing left with me. There was nobody around me that I could trust. Of course, my husband and my kids, but I felt there was something more to that. I had given out my all. I did not even know who I was. I had lost my identity. I had to re-identify myself and let the community know who I am. Of course, I know there are people who are going to be watching this video who know me, who are still going to believe that I have changed in one way or the other. Guys, believe me, it was a transformation I went through that changed me, but I think for the good, because guys, let me tell you, I love it sometimes when I'm just alone. It is the best time I can look back, read, look back, be thankful, look back and just say, you know what? That was a milestone. Guys, could you be watching this video and you have so many people around you, you laugh so much, and the moment you close your doors, you're the saddest person? Could you be watching this video and you believe you have it all? You have that job, maybe even you're a leader, maybe you have a very high position at work, but you are so empty, you are so sad. Re-identify yourself, find yourself one more time, find the value of you, like how are you worthy? Can you just look at yourself and appreciate yourself for one time? I used to have this, actually my ex-boss told me that I'm very bad at taking compliments. I think I never wanted any compliments because I thought I was never worth them. And for me to get this happiness that keeps me going, this joy, this inner peace that I have, I had to look at myself one time in the mirror and say, who are you? And what are you doing here? And why are you here? Why does somebody tell you something good and you never take it in? Why can't you believe in yourself? Because that moment when you believe in yourself, that means you're giving yourself that thumbs up that you desire, that you deserve. And it's with this that you can face the world right into the eyes. I used to walk a bit skeptical because I used to believe there are things that are meant for certain people. But the moment I came to know who I am, I realized I'm in the right place at the right time, that God has chosen for me to be here at this particular time. I started looking at things that I could do that other people couldn't do. I usually count myself very fortunate. I come from a family of 10. My mother never saved a single cent for me to come to Germany. She even never knew that I'll come to Germany. My father died 30 years ago, and My mom with these kids, I mean, how could she even start thinking of saving for me? She had to think first of all how we're even going to eat before you can even go to school. And when my time came to come to Germany, God blessed me in a way that I can look back and say I'm even more blessed than some people who were born in this country, whose parents invested so much money for their upkeep, for their later life, but God chose to bless me. So I looked at myself and I said, what have I gone through since up to now? What is that I've achieved up to now? I looked at myself and I started giving myself credits. And it's with these credits that I realized, hey, kumbe, I'm that important. Kumbe, I'm that right and in the right place. And with these guys, I said I'm going to face the world right into the eyes. I'm going to walk straight. Of course, not with arrogance. If I make a mistake, I love it when I'm told, and I change. Of course, not everything. There are some things I just think, okay, that's the way I like it. That's how I do it. If it doesn't suit you, I'm sorry. Do it your way. I do it my way. As long as I'm not offending you. In short, I like to keep everything in peace. I like to keep my things in order. If it's my job, now that I'm even self-employed, it's even much better for me because then I can decide how to do. Like my job is, I choose how to do my job. Nobody comes and tells me this track has to be this way. I choose to put the decor the way that I want it because that's mine. That's my territory. And if I was employed, which I was actually employed until 2 years ago when I chose to become fully self-employed. I did it the way the boss wanted it. But I did it with so much love that I found my space in it. So much humility. Guys, let me tell you, find that inner peace that you could maybe not be having because you don't even realize who you are. When you know who you are, face the world into the eyes. Guys, trust me, there is nothing that will come and rob you that peace out of you. And I came to realize, since I got this joy that I have and this inner peace, that not that I'm the happiest, but I'm happy. Imagine I'm just so happy. Like now I'm thinking when I finish this video, I'm going to remove these things, guys. I'm going to take my sportwear and I'm going downstairs and I'm going to be training because I've told you I want to shed a few kilos before I get that award because I believe somehow I'm going to be taken. I'm going to win an award in whatever category, maybe the three of them, but I believe I'm going to win. So I want to shed off some kilos because there is a certain suit that I bought some years ago when I was still slim fit, and now it can't even fit, and I really want to wear this suit on this day. So I have to shed off some kilos for me. So if you want to see the suit, first of all, nominate me. And then number two, when the voting starts, vote for me. I'll love to see me on this day. The way I'm going to pick up that award, I'll represent you as my fans. I'll represent you the way that you love it. Guys, back to the matter. Try to find that inner peace. Inner peace will not come because of any financial reason. Of course, we need money. But you don't be shocked when you have that money and you're not happy. Know who you are. When you come to know that you are so beautiful, you're so wonderfully made, fearfully and wonderfully made, and that you are so important, and maybe nobody will come and tell you this. Imagine if nobody ever told you anything. Imagine if you ever dressed to wait for people to tell you that you look good and they never told you. Would you walk naked? No. Look at yourself. If you buy something, it's because you like it. So put it on with a lot of dignity, integrity, and just present yourself the way you want to be taken. You know? I usually tell myself, I don't wait for anybody to compliment me. I do it first before I leave home. When I do my hair, of course, sometimes without makeup. Right now, I had to do a bit of lipstick and everything for... It looks good. I think it's okay. But I don't have to. And if I don't even do it, I still believe I look good because that's who I am. I found this inner peace that gave me this strength to face the world. And I face the world every day differently, but positively. And it has given me so much joy and so much happiness. May you find peace and happiness in everything that you do. If it's in your job place, may you find happiness and peace. May you go back home and just look forward to the next day. I realize when it's Thursdays, okay, Fridays, now we are working. It's been 2 weeks that we are doing the Friday matata thing. We serve like Friday's lunch and dinner, which we didn't do before. That means I closed work on Thursday and opened again on Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I work during lunch breaks. And then we have our off until... Of course, now during the pandemic, after the pandemic, we're going to be working. I think things are going to get better next month. As I'm hearing, things are going to become a bit flexible. And then we are going to get to another schedule of traveling to street food events. And I'm so excited. That's what I love, seriously, doing a lot of caterings, things that we are not able to do during the pandemic. We are going to be able to do them one more time. And I'm excited. But I would like to tell you, me, when I close work, guys, believe me, on Monday evening, my psych start going up because I know Tuesday's work. I'm going to meet my clients. I'm going to be in my office, my tracks, which I love so much. I just love this movement from A to B, trying to make things in order, that when people come for lunch, all the trucks are ready and set. I love it so much. I don't know. When I close work, I know tomorrow is work again. I'm excited. So it's like, you know, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And I pray that you can find this happiness in you, and then find the happiness in whatever you do. Do what you love. And if you're not able to love what you're doing right now, try to find a way of how you're going to change things for you to be able to love them. Because there is a lot when you give love, when you do something with love. There is a lot when there is love in you when you do something. You know, that's why sometimes somebody is serving you even in a restaurant or even in a supermarket, and you can feel the vibes there. Sometimes they're so negative, you're like, you know me, there's a time, I won't lie to you. I won't say the supermarket because it's a place that I visit every day for my business. It's a big market. And there's this chick here. She was just taking my things and scanning them and pang, pang. I just looked at her and I thought, you know what? You have a bad morning, but you're not going to spoil my morning. So I let her scan my stuff. She was done. She told me the price. It wasn't cheap because it's for the trucks, like lunch for all our trucks, And I looked at her and I told her, I'm not paying. You have to first explain to me why you had to do my stuff that way. Why were you throwing my stuff like scan, scan? I told her, no, that's not how, I mean, this is food, and I'm going to cook the food. And don't forget that I do this job with a lot of love and passion. This is my dream, I told her I'm not paying for that food. And she looked at me and she was like, so what are we going to do? I said, you're going to call the boss. You have to explain why you had to do this. And thank God the boss was just around the corner. So she said, okay, just a moment. She went into the office and she was like, let me ask. And the guy was walking and he came. I said, hey, look, she's done and this, and they know me. I'm a client there. The way she was scanning my stuff, throwing everything. The first thing that even put me off is when she never said good morning to me. She said to the first that was ahead of me, and to me she never said anything. And started, I said, if you never had coffee, maybe you have your days, or maybe it was a bad morning for her. I don't know. Maybe she never had, let me not talk about it, but it's not my problem. I said, you deserve to treat me with respect. This is stuff that I'm going to cook for my clients, and you can't go throwing my stuff like that. She apologized, I paid, and I walked off. I think an hour later, I got a call, and the boss said to me he would like to see me the next day. I got a voucher for a drink. Don't ask me what drink I took, Maybe milk. No. Anyway, guys, let me tell you, she was not happy. She apologized to me a week later. She said, I'm so sorry what happened. I was so overwhelmed. There was so much going on. And it was during when it was the first wave of the pandemic, when the pandemic just struck. So maybe she was overwhelmed. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. In whatever you do, if you're serving people, you have to do it right. And I could feel she was not happy with me. And I thought, could it be personal? Could it be maybe something to do with my color? No, it wasn't color. Look at how beautiful it is. No, forget about color. I don't like this topic. It's there, but I don't speak about it because it doesn't have to be. Anyway, whatever she was doing, she was not happy. And she gave it over to me, and I felt it and I saw it. Can you find peace and love in whatever you do? May you find happiness in everything that you do. And if you're not happy today, may God help you to find something that is going to bring joy into your life. Guys, it was about finding peace in everything that you do. For you to have even that inner peace in you that you're going to even reflect to your kids, your husband, your family, people around you. Positive vibes, good vibes. Guys, this is 2022. I'm promising you I'm going to be a bit consistent. I have very good news. We are having a guest who is arriving on Tuesday. Next week, she's flying in on the 2nd of March. And after that, guys, after that, I'm going to have a lot of time. Of course, I've always had time, but I love my me time, and I realize when I have me time, it's usually the odd time, and then I can't want to go to the camera because I also want to come here that you guys see me and smile like you're doing right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, just one more time, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider doing this, and you can share my video. Let this spread, guys. Let people just get to know my channel. I promise you I'm going to upload very good content. We are going to go a bit into love this year, I promise you, because I believe it's a topic that I'm starting to find very interesting. Love, lamu, mapenzi, wedo. Guys, stay tuned, and until next time, goodbye.